Hello everyone, welcome to the Dig Deeper Network. I am your host Cody G. Thanks for tuning in again. Hey, I wanted to share my opinion and a recap on the Republican debates. Do me a favor, comment down below, give me a like and a subscribe, and I hope you've been enjoying the channel so far. More than 30 videos deep into it, so I'm learning every step along the process. I'm on my way to 100 subscribers, and I really look forward to that. So do me a favor and subscribe down below because it does mean a lot to me. Anyway, I wanted to recap what I thought of each candidate in this debate. You can go and look up, the important debate parts, and I believe that's through NowThis, I think, did the best one. Anyway, guys, you know me as a Trump supporter, as somebody who wanted to share his side of the story in regards to, why someone might go for Trump. And to me, I think Donald Trump did very strong. He is still exhibiting characteristics of somebody that's going to take the lead massively. And there are a couple points where they said, he was mean to Jeb Bush. Jeb Bush is asking for it. He's always engaging and insulting him slyly in his comments. What I realized on this debate, it only took me 9 debates to figure it out, is that every audience of these debates are donor class people. They're special interests. They're people who have money invested into these politicians that are going up to speak. This isn't just the general public that go there. So naturally, Donald is in the worst position among all of them because he's not represented by anybody among that crowd who does such a thing, because Donald is the only one that is self-funded and beholden to nobody. And I really think that that is crucial. I think that he is going to make the decisions necessary to get our economy rolling, to handle one of the world's largest economies. And I think a lot of these politicians are proving that they don't have the experience or know how to handle that responsibly. Now, I think Donald is a person who can handle that, and through his debate performance, he had to take slack as he normally does. He ended up insulting President Bush, and he got people sour. But really, what's funny to me is that the reaction, if it were a public debate, everybody would be roaring for this guy, and people would be bored of the Ted Cruz, the Rubio, all of them. Now, Ted Cruz, his performance, he kind of landed in the bottom. He didn't do very well. He is pulling the same trick, telling these primary goers, hey, if you're going to vote for Donald Trump, vote for Ted Cruz instead, because he's leaving the race. And he's doing this again. As you know, he did this at first to Ben Carson, and he is just, he's one of those politicians that rub you the wrong way. I mean, I think he's just completely wrong for the job, and he's one of those Republicans that are going to push to try and turn around abortion and gay rights, things of that nature, which I don't think is what a Republican should be tackling. The class just has to change. Now, John Kasich felt like he said all the right things. Nobody really wants to attack John Kasich because, he's just kind of bland. I felt like he had good answers. He got people to cheer sometimes, but, he's just stuttering a little bit too much. Obviously, Ohio is a pretty competitive state economically. He was in there. He's got a proven track record of, things that he's done for the party, including suing the administration, I suppose. I don't know. I heard that claim several times. Jeb Bush is coming out looking like an idiot. He's got the right responses. He does come out as a common sense conservative, yet he is the highest funded. He's got the most backing. He's got a lot of, like, the Coke industries. He's got tons of people who are playing puppet master to his campaign, and he is spending copious amounts of money and not getting the results that at least 3 or 4 other candidates are. Ben Carson, of course, soft spoken as always. You could tell that he was trying to interject a little bit more and that he's fighting for his time because, he has been struggling very hard in order to try and stay in this race. While everybody knows him, they also know him to be the soft-spoken person, and that works in certain scenarios. If he's soft-spoken as a neurosurgeon, I think everybody else would shut up because, they want to listen to this guy. However, it's just not coming across that same way at this point because, he's got a lot of very competitive candidates up there. Marco Rubio, he's getting a little feisty right now, and he's got a lot of interest in the crowd. There's always people screaming when he's talking, but I really don't think that that's how everybody would respond. I just don't understand this debate forum in which it's packed full of special interest people. It's not really in favor of a fair candidate. It's just kind of using money and influence in order to try to manipulate the actual voter, and I just don't think that Rubio or Ted Cruz really has that appeal. Kasich a little boring. Obviously, I felt like Chris Christie could continue, to compete here. Some candidates just kind of run out of money. I thought in South Carolina, this debate, obviously, it was a little more conflicting. They've learned how to pull out the punches rather than being professional on the other side. It's becoming clear to me that Trump continues to stick out as the person who is the voice of reason and would put us on the best path moving forward. Let me know what you thought down below. I know everybody hates the fact that I like Trump, so you must have something to say. Do it in the comment section below. Let's get into it. Let's debate. I am not offended by anything, and I will promise you a fair discussion about anything that you want to bring up. So let me know what you thought down below. Tell me what you thought about the debates. How did the other candidates perform? Personally, I want Carson to concede and be the VP for Trump. I think that would be the best running mate for Trump. That's somebody that I also have equally supported this whole time. He's got a lot of great ideas, and I think Trump's going to need to hire people with great ideas, and he will. So hopefully that he goes through and he picks Ben Carson, and he doesn't have to pick somebody who has higher poll numbers in order to try to compete with the Democratic Party, which, by the way, I think is sweeping the nation, and I think that we are more and more as a majority trending towards the liberal left, and everybody has the right to do that. I totally understand that, but I just want to share my opinion and give you my rationale as to behind why I support what I support, so that maybe you can hear something refreshing, because it seems like it's nothing but Sanders fans everywhere that we go. So anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Dig Deeper Network with your boy Cody G. Let me know what you thought below. Subscribe for more. Tune in next time.